Hey, what's up, guys? It's Will again, once again, with Exposing the IWC. And we just watched last night a great WWE show, I thought at least. SummerSlam 2024. It happened, it came, we saw, it conquered, and a lot of good stuff. The IWC is going crazy right now about certain matches. We'll talk about that here in a second. Overall, I'd say SummerSlam 2024 was I'll give it a 8.8 out of 10. So that's pretty high. No real complaints there. I mean, you can have some issues here and there, some quibbles here and there, but overall, this was a very good show, I thought. We're going to be talking about all the damn matches, all the storylines, all the angles, what made sense, what didn't make sense, and what folks are complaining about online. I didn't really see that much complaining. Well, unless you're like you have like a specific fave, like let's say you have a favorite wrestler by the name of maybe a Bailey, or yeah, pretty much that. I haven't seen that much complaining beyond that from the typical IWC folks, but overall, I think people are mostly satisfied with what they saw last night. Not that much complaining I saw online. But yeah, we're going to talk about these matches. Do me a favor, if you're watching this on replay, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. If you're not watching on replay, then just hit like button. And yeah, let's get started. We're going to talk about good old great show. So let me ask you, if you're watching this right now, out of 10, again, I said I'd give it an 8.8 out of 10. What is your score for a SummerSlam? What is your score? I'm giving it 8.8. It was good. What's stopping it from being a 9? That's a good question. What is it missing? It was good. Maybe I'm being a little harsh by giving it 8.8 actually. Maybe it is a 9. We'll stick with 8.8 for right now. 8.5. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. No real complaints. Okay, everybody that needed to win won. Like the results made sense. So now it's just about the angles and the execution. But nothing was weird in terms of win-loss. Like everybody that needed to win won. So I appreciated that at least. But yeah, overall, thought it was a solid show. All right, let's just get started with the opening match on the card. We actually had like, before we talk about the opening match, we had Triple H made the fans happy. Yeah, I think overall they were 9 out of 10. We had 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 title changes. So Triple H is using SummerSlam to wipe the slate clean and start a new direction, new WWE with these 4 new champions. I appreciate that. SummerSlam is a big show, and he went big, as you can see. Braun Breaker, the Queen, Nia Jax, Gunther, and LA Knights. New wave, new direction. I'm not mad at it. Not mad. Rivals WrestleMania 40. I think it delivered. So we got new champions across the board. It all makes sense. Another point I was going to make. Oh, and we didn't have that many. By that meaning, I mean some superstars got left off. We didn't have Bianca, no Io Sky, some really good in-ring talent. Randy Orton, KO, tag team champions. All 3 of them did not have matches on the card. Well, according to Triple H, going forward, SummerSlam will be a 2-night event. We're getting 2 nights of SummerSlam now. So we're not going to have those situations where top talent are left off, you would think. It'd be just like WrestleMania. They'll find ways to get people on the card. Maybe have like 7 matches a day. That's 14 matches for SummerSlam. More people on the card. I saw some people complaining about that. Like, I don't want to have 2 SummerSlams nights. At this point, I don't know why you would hate that. Let the talent get on the card. Let them have a SummerSlam experience. I'm fine with it. We're here, folks. There's no point in complaining about it. There's no point to resist it. We're going in the direction of 2 nights of SummerSlam, just like WrestleMania. Hell, we may have 2 nights of Rumble one day. I think that's what Nick Khan said. They could do 2 nights of Royal Rumble. based on how it's structured, right? There's two Royal Rumble matches, clearly. So you have night one, women's Royal Rumble, night two, men's Royal Rumble. I would not be surprised one bit if we go that direction. You just have to like beef up the rest of the card with the talent. That's all. So I can see it going that direction as well. But I think that would be the last to happen, obviously, because we know what's happening with SummerSlam. I think Royal Rumble will stay one night for a while, but they were talking about it according to reports. So don't be surprised. If it makes money, it makes sense, okay? And these double nights of these big shows are making money because it's selling out. They're selling tickets. So they're going to keep heading in that direction. And as long as the talent are getting on the damn card, I can't really be mad about it. Because again, this past SummerSlam, we had a lot of missing talent. Very deserving, very capable, over talent were not on this card. So, yeah. Interesting that Nia, Liv, and Tiffany were off WrestleMania, and now they're all champions. It is interesting. Liv Morgan, we'll never know what the actual plan was there with Rhea and Liv, because Rhea got injured. So who knows how that would have actually played out had Rhea Ripley not got injured. So I didn't miss him. Kidding Rikishi. I'm kidding Rikishi, okay? Calm down. Calm down. No issues there. All right, let's get on with the talking of the card in WrestleMania, and almost a WrestleMania. It might be 2 nights soon. So, but SummerSlam card. Let's go to the share screen here. Obviously, Roman Reigns returned. Big deal, right? That was huge. We'll talk about that later on when we talk about the main event. All right, first match on the card was Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Now this match I had the most to say on Twitter, and I wanted to retract some comments I made about this match. Okay, this was I thought it was a very well worked match. It made sense for what they were doing, as long as you accept the character choices. Okay, as long as you accept what they're doing here with the character, it's fine. Right now, I made a tweet about this match when I had certain issues with it. But honestly, now that I think about it, I can go back and look at that tweet and say that's not 100% correct. Okay, so what happened here? Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. You had Dom coming out there with Rhea Ripley, which is interesting. At first, I thought, well, this doesn't really track. Why would Dom go out there? He never goes out there for any other match, right? Why Rhea have him out there? Typically, Rhea Ripley will go alone. So does it make sense that she would actually bring him down there when she never have before? Well, then someone said, well, we have to accept in this case that the character wanted to rub it in Liv Morgan's face. And we saw that during the course of the match. There were times when they were outside, and Rhea Ripley went to Dom and started loving up on him. So she wanted to rub it in her face that Dom chose her. Okay. Maybe not the smartest choice, but at the end of the day, characters are allowed to make dumb decisions. Okay, it's okay for a character to make a mistake or do something dumb. In this case, she wanted to rub it in Liv Morgan's face that Dom had chosen her, and because she was so heartbroken by it, she thought it would be a good way to torment and annoy and fluster her because Dom was out there. It backfired on her because she did not know Dom's true intent. So okay, that works fine. Bringing Dom out there is fine once you accept that as a character choice. Okay. Now this is, again, a well-worked match. Dom was out on the outside. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley are going back and forth. Liv started off being the chicken shit heel, which makes sense for her character and how they're trying to present Rhea Ripley. She was scared of Rhea Ripley. She was running away at first, trying to avoid contact. And then Rhea Ripley cornered her. They went back and forth. Rhea Ripley was definitely dominating her. That was the point of the match, to show that Rhea Ripley is a dominant force. But ultimately, Liv Morgan got a chance when Rhea, I think she went into the post with her shoulder. And once her shoulder got messed up, that allowed Liv Morgan to get a bit of an advantage. So that's how they structured the match, around Rhea Ripley's shoulder. Now there's a great spot where Rhea Ripley put her shoulder back in the socket, which is pretty awesome. Rhea is getting a lot of awesome booking. Very cool, badass booking is going to Rhea. Well, she deserves that, so I'm not complaining about that. Good for her. But she actually pushed her shoulder into the table to get it back in line. But yeah, that was definitely the theme of the match, was to attack her shoulder. She kept putting it back in, which was cool. Ultimately, she goes for Riptide a couple of times, but Liv Morgan reverses it. In the end of the day, she finally gets the Riptide and she hits it. Well, match over, right? Wrong, okay? Because she doesn't go for the pin. She makes the decision, which I have to accept. At first I said, why would she do that? It's kind of dumb. But no, this is a character choice. The character has decided that she wanted to hurt Liv Morgan, and she was so she hates her so much that in that moment she didn't care about the championship belt. The belt was not important for her in that moment, and that's perfectly fine characterization as long as you accept it. At that moment, she had rather hurt Liv Morgan. Her blind hatred for Liv Morgan overshadowed her desire to have the title, so she was going to use the chair. We have to accept that. It's not dumb. This is a character decision that was chosen. That's characterization now. We now know, going forward, that Rhea Ripley hates Liv Morgan so much, she's willing to sacrifice her chance to win the title back. Fine. That's not bad. It worked fine. Okay. So I can accept that. Now, typically with these type of matches, especially when it comes to the person that's going to turn at the end, right? So we saw this during the Trick Williams Carmelo Hayes feud when Trick Williams was trying to get the NXT title, and Carmelo Hayes on the outside, right? We saw this same situation where the person that's going to turn is outside the ring and cheering on the person, like, right? Dom is cheering on Rhea Ripley. And there's several times during the match where Dom is watching Rhea Ripley pin Liv Morgan, and he's doing nothing, right? There's a time where she put Liv Morgan in her signature submission, and he did nothing, right? For the sake of fooling the audience, the character cannot do anything, right? Even though it's possible that Liv Morgan could tap and be pinned. We see this all the time. I can't really complain about it in this sense because it happens all the time. Dom, we have to accept that Dom just hopes that Liv Morgan won't get pinned, right? He has a hope that she'll kick out. Because nothing else makes sense, right? He's watching Liv Morgan get pinned. He has a hope that she doesn't get pinned. Like, okay, please kick out, please kick out, please kick out. Yeah, she kicked out. Okay, cool. Please don't tap, please don't tap, please don't tap. Okay, she didn't tap, great. Nothing else makes sense. He literally at one point turned to the crowd and said, put his hand up when Rhea Ripley went for the pin. But Liv Morgan kicked out. So in order for it to make sense in story, right, we have to assume that Dominic Mysterio is praised that Liv Morgan kicks out, because nothing else makes sense. You're watching her get pinned. You're watching her get put in submission. She could tap and it'd be over. The plan would be screwed. No plan is over, right? So you just have to accept that Dom was hoping that Liv Morgan kicked out. He was hoping that she didn't tap. Okay, fine. I can't complain about it here because it happens all the time. It happens all the time in storytelling, in wrestling. Well, the person that's going to turn just doesn't react to the fact that said person is about to get pinned. But okay. Again, it happens all the time, so who cares, right? So I can't really complain about that either. So I got to take that back. That's not really a legitimate complaint. Now, what really triggered me, so the match was good, okay? The match was good. What really triggered me was, and even the point where, I forgot to talk about this, Dom takes the chair from Rhea Ripley, makes sense. Liv Morgan is going to, now I guess, had he hit Liv Morgan, right? Had she hit Liv Morgan, she would have been disqualified, right? So I guess he could have let that happen. I guess the justification is he didn't want Liv Morgan to get hit with a chair, but have Rhea Ripley done that, Liv Morgan retains and everything's cool, right? So that's interesting, right? You have to say that Dom didn't want Liv Morgan to get hit with the chair, therefore he stopped it. Because again, the result would have been the same. Liv Morgan retains. Okay, fine. Again, when it comes to this type of stuff, you have to just go with it. You just have to accept, not necessarily, you just have to accept certain things, okay? Certain plot devices, certain plot, not necessarily plot-induced stupidity, not necessarily that, but you have to accept certain things like, you know, certain story points, certain storylines, just have to accept it. Within the course of a match, just have to go with it, okay? Fine. He stopped Rhea Ripley from using the chair, whatever. And then we had the big moment at the end. So what really triggered me was not so much Dom putting the chair in the ring and then her using it. What triggered me was when Michael Cole said the following: was this the plan all along? Was this the plan, the Grandmaster plan the whole entire time? That what bothers me. That's the problem I have with it. I can accept that Dom turned on Rhea Ripley. I can accept that. That's fine. What I can't accept is this notion that it was happening from like the entire time, that there was the Grandmaster plan. If that's the case, that changes how we see everything in wrestling backstage, right? This is the last time I'm going to talk about this, okay? This is the last time. I'm not going to talk about it ever again, okay? This idea of fly on the wall perspective, okay? When it comes to backstage. When the Judgment Day are backstage having a conversation in the clubhouse, there's a camera in there. The camera is not actually in the room, right? It's a fly on the wall perspective. There's not an actual cameraman in kayfabe that they're watching. Look at this cameraman in here. No, in kayfabe, there's no cameraman there. And they're talking in confidence. So what they're saying is not being broadcast live, right? It's a part of the story. When the Bloodline are in the clubhouse having conversations, right? When Roman Reigns was giving his orders to Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, he wasn't doing it with the camera there. The camera's there obviously for our enjoyment, but in kayfabe, the camera is not actually there, right? So what they're saying is not being broadcast to the entire locker room, right? When Damage Control was turning on Bayley, Io Sky said, "Hey guys, tonight's the night. We're turning on Bayley." There was a camera there, right, for our own enjoyment. But in kayfabe, the cameraman was not actually there, because it'd be kind of stupid to be saying, "Hey guys, see, we're doing it tonight. Tonight's the night. We're going to turn on Bayley," and the cameraman is right in their face with the camera. That's idiotic, right? What's happening here is we're getting a fly on the wall perspective. So the cameraman is not actually there. Now, what's happening with Liv Morgan and Dom, we're having these one-on-one conversations. Again, one-on-one conversation, fly on the wall perspective, the cameraman is not actually there. So we have to assume that these moments are actual, genuine conversations. And every time Dom and Liv Morgan were together one-on-one, Dom said, "Leave me alone." Liv Morgan said, "No, I want you." He said, "No, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone." If we find out that those conversations were fake, right, and it was actually just for the sake of fooling the audience, I cannot take anything I see seriously anymore when it comes to backstage segments, because now I know creative is just making up scenes to fool the audience, right? They're not actually real conversations. They're not genuine. They're making it up to just fool the audience. So I'm hoping, because when I saw the turn, when he picked up Liv Morgan looked kind of shocked. She looked kind of surprised, right? So I'm hoping that she didn't know it was coming. I'm hoping that she was like, oh, she was surprised by Dom turning. That would make more sense. That would mean that those scenes that we saw were actually genuine, and you can't just toss them out, right? That's what I'm hoping, because she did look kind of surprised. So if Liv Morgan was surprised by Dom turning, I'm fine with it. It makes sense. We're all cool. If I find out that Dom and Liv Morgan have been scheming the entire time, well, now we're just silliness. I can't really take any scene seriously. It's all fake scenes for the sake of fooling the folks at home. That makes sense? I'll not talk about it ever again. That's it. Okay? But I prefer fly on the wall perspective to be established. It's not really consistent. It's never really consistent in wrestling in the WWE. But I would prefer going forward, we just get nothing but fly on the wall perspective backstage, unless it's an interview. If it's an actual interview, then of course there's a cameraman there, because the interviewer is talking to the talent looking into the camera. That's different. But when there's actual scene happening between two characters, I'd rather it just stay a fly on the wall perspective. And I don't want to think that's the cameraman staring at them while they talk about their plot and their scheme. You know, that's silly, right? I won't talk about it ever again. That's it. Okay. So that's it. So that's the other point. So I'm hoping that Dom kept it a secret from Liv herself, and Liv Morgan was surprised about it herself. I'm hoping. We don't know yet, though. The other issue I had with the match was, I already talked about it. Okay, never mind. So yeah, at the end of the match, Dom kissed Liv Morgan, and that was that. I thought she looked surprised. I'm hoping she was surprised, but we don't know yet. So it happened here. Dom turned on Rhea Ripley, helped Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan got the advantage of a distracted ref. She hit the Oblivion right on the chair, and Triple H booked Liv Morgan to pin his daughter. Now, I can see this match or this feud going all the way to Mania, folks. I can see it going all the way to Mania. Why? Well, because Triple H loved the Judgment Day. I think we're getting a new look Judgment Day, where it's Liv, Finn, Carlito, JD, Dom, and Raquel Rodriguez. I actually put out I wonder if I can find it. I probably can't. I put out a picture not too long ago of my new Judgment Day, but I had Dijak in it. That was my booking. My fantasy booking was to put Dijak in, but it didn't happen. Obviously, because Dijak left. So now you replace Dijak with Raquel Rodriguez. And I think that makes sense. Yeah. Carlito knows the shit. He definitely doesn't know what's going on. For sure, he doesn't. Carlito is lost. Carlito is 100% lost. You hate that Rhea Ripley kicked out of the Oblivion? You hate it? Not the first one, right? Well, no, she wasn't. Oh, wait. You're right. Because Liv Morgan said that one time that the Oblivion was protected. It was protected for a while. But it's Triple H we're talking about here. He loves his daughter. Rhea Ripley has kicked out of the Oblivion. She's also kicked out of the Annihilator. She kicks out a lot of stuff, okay? Rhea is booked very strong. She will kick out of everything for the most part. The only thing she hasn't kicked out of yet is the KOD. But folks, that is coming. She'll be the first one. I'll tell you right now, the way Triple H books Rhea Ripley, she will be the first one to kick out of the KOD. PS5 is still alive. How can the feud go to Mania? Okay, let's talk about that real quick. And let's not, there's a lot to get to, so let's talk about that real quick. How did this feud go all the way to Mania? Well, here's the thing. Triple H loved the Judgment Day, right? They're at the top of the Raw, right? Right now, the Bloodline and Cody is on SmackDown. The Judgment Day stuff is on top of Raw. You have this new faction, the new Judgment Day here, right? Liv, Finn, JD, Raquel potentially, etc. And now you have a situation where you need the Judgment Day to have belts. That's how he typically books the Judgment Day. They have gold. And he's gonna want them to have a world title. And Liv Morgan is the only one they're gonna get because Gunther is gonna hold that thing for a while. Well, maybe, I don't know, for a while, maybe, who knows, but for a legitimate amount of time, into Rumble season, Gunther will be champion. So you're gonna wanna have a world title on that damn group. Again, let's take, for example, what happened with the Io Sky last year, right? Io Sky won the title at SummerSlam. They dragged that damn Damage Control storyline all the way to Mania. By hook or crook, they dragged it all the way to Mania. Was it the best? No, but they did it. I believe because of the way Judgment Day is set up, when you have Finn and Liv Morgan, again, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, they can easily drag that thing all the way to Mania. Especially if you want Raquel to be the babyface, the conquering babyface at Mania. With Dom and Liv Morgan and that situation going on over there, I don't think it ends anytime soon. Some folks have been talking about bad blood. I don't see it. Is it possible? Sure. But I think, especially with Raquel, like you're assuming, the reason why folks are assuming it's going to be over, because they think that at Bad Blood, it's going to be Liv Morgan against Raquel. We don't know shit. We don't know what's happening at Bad Blood. It could be Raquel against Rhea Ripley. Maybe Rhea got to go through Raquel again to get to Liv Morgan first. For all we know. They could easily do a big match between Raquel and Rhea at Bad Blood. We don't know. I just don't buy that, especially the way Triple H books longer feuds and longer stables together. I don't book that Liv Morgan will be without her championship in that group anytime soon. She's going to be the championship holder, the world title holder in that group, and keeping it strong going all the way, I think, to Mania. I think Rhea Ripley has never won a chamber match. This is an opportunity to do it here. I think she'll go into that chamber, win it, get back to Mania, and take it off of Liv Morgan. Because another thing to consider, similar to Roman Reigns' run, every time he had a match, what happened? Jimmy showed up, Jay showed up, Solo showed up, right? Against Liv Morgan, who's going to show up? Dom is going to show up. I think Raquel might start showing up. What is Rhea Ripley going to do here? What is Solo Rhea going to do? I think we get a situation where she keeps getting screwed, going all the way to Rumble season. But I could be wrong. I just don't think it's going to end anytime soon. Let's play it out. Let's play it out real quick. Let's say Raquel doesn't get involved here or doesn't play a big factor. Let's say Rhea Ripley wins at Bad Blood. Then what? What are you doing? What are you doing with the Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley story if Rhea wins it at Bad Blood? Is it over? What are you going to do? You're going to do EO against Rhea Ripley? I don't buy it. I think this feud between Liv Morgan and Raquel has long legs. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. I just don't buy it that it's going to be over anytime soon. I just don't see it. I could be wrong, but I just don't buy that Liv and Rhea, especially the way Triple H wants to book Rhea in top stories, I don't buy that this feud will end in 2 months. I'm going to predict now, could be wrong, but I'm going to predict that this goes all the way to Mania. Rhea against Liv Morgan at Mania. The conquering babyface hero, Rhea Ripley, beats Liv Morgan and Dom and the Judgment Day. And maybe Damian helps us. I think it's going all the way. But we'll see. We will see. All right. Enough of this feud, this story. Let's move on to the next match. It was Braun Breaker against Sami Zayn. This was a short match, like 5 minutes. This match did not need to be on the card. This match did not need to be on this card whatsoever. I believe it's on the card to put Braun Breaker in a spot to elevate him, to give him a crowning moment at SummerSlam. It was short, it was sweet, but it did not need to be on this card. They said, come on, Braun Breaker, have this stage to win the title. That's it. I think the only reason why this match is on this card, because it wanted to give Braun Breaker a big stage for his win. That's it. It came and went. It was solid for what it was, but it was like 5 minutes, okay? Did not need to be on the card. Could have been on freaking SmackDown, for crying out loud. But whatever, it was fine for what it was. Good spear from Braun Breaker. It ended. Now Sami Zayn moves on to Jey Uso tag team, which will probably lead to the Bloodline storyline down the line. But it was fine for what it was. I'm happy for Braun Breaker. He deserves it. Great talent. Being pushed to the moon. Good for him. But yeah, this match wasn't that. It came and went. It is what it is, you know? Yeah, they needed to give him a big moment because of the way he went down to Sammy last time with one haluva kick, right? So this was a good time to give him that moment. Sure, it works fine. It is what it is. How about LA Knight against Logan Paul? This was very fun. This was a fun match. Say what you want about Logan Paul. The man can go. He's fun to watch. He's athletic. He's talented in the ring. It was great. A lot of fun spots, a lot of table spots here. You had the big moment. I thought this was amazing. This springboard moonsault he did was crisp, dangerous, and he pulled it off very, very well. Very, very good match. We had the spot where Logan Paul gets the brass knucks, hits LA Knight with it, tries to do the buckshot lariat. LA Knight dodged it, hit the finisher. 1, 2, 3. Great ending. One of my favorite endings of the show. Might be my favorite ending of the show. It's really, really well done. Fast, quick, exciting. And LA Knight won his title, okay? So now everybody who's been crying about this for months, not even months, for a whole year, you can shut up now because LA Knight, is now the U.S. champion. So no more complaining. No more complaints. He's going to hold this for a while. I believe he's going to hold this for a good amount of time. Maybe all the way to, not even maybe. This is going all the way to Mania, folks. All the way to Mania. LA Knight, yeah. Who is his opponents? Who is his matchups will be? Who is his matchups? Who's he going to face along this road? Carmelo Hayes? Andrade, maybe? I'm hoping for Montez Ford. Let's get Montez Ford a heel run here as a single competitor. I think Montez against LA Knight would be great. Box office stuff. Both good talkers. Both can go in the ring. I've been impressed with LA Knight. I used to give him a lot of crap for his in-ring, but I've been wrong. I've been proven wrong. Okay, I can admit when I've been wrong. He's good in the ring. He's explosive. He's athletic. LA Knight does a good job. He's an exciting in-ring talent. I would love to see him go against a Montez Ford. Let's give Montez Ford a run. Okay, there's opportunities here to elevate other talent during this reign, and Montez should be at the top of the list. At the top of the list, Montez Ford should be there. Yeah, so I'm happy for LA Knight. Finally got his top, well, not top, but finally got a singles run here on the main roster. He deserves it. He's over. It's all good. Yeah, Andrade, Santos, Shinsuke. Is Shinsuke on SmackDown? I would love that. Get Shinsuke in the mix. Yeah, that'd be great. Maybe Ciampa. Yeah, there's matches to be had. Again, I'm going to push Montez Ford because I think it's time. He's doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let Montez Ford have a singles run as a heel. That'd be great for him. But yeah, I think this was a very fun match. Logan Paul put on a good show. Now it's over. All right. It is over for Logan Paul for the time being. I appreciate his in-ring work and what he delivered in the ring. All right. Do you guys agree? What's your thoughts on this match? LA Knight has to be champ. He is now. Now the mid-card title on SmackDown can be elevated. Yeah. Carmelo Hayes, Andrade. Yep. Finally pulled the trigger. He sure did. He sure did. Braun deserved it. Yeah. Okay. So that's going back too far. Now we will have the U.S. title weekly. Yeah. Exactly. Right. Actual U.S. title feuds. That's another thing we need to talk about. Maybe at the end of the stream. What's going to happen here? On SmackDown, Roman's back. You got Roman. You got Cody. Got LA Knight. Got Nia Jax. Is there going to be enough time to go around? Will enough time be allocated to these talent? I don't know. But we'll see. It's up to creative to spread out the wealth of time. You know, Roman Reigns is going to get like 50% of the entire show. Be like the running storyline, right? All the backstage segments and all the they're gonna get like 4 or 5 segments throughout the entire show in some way or fashion. I just hope that they have plans to give other people some time to shine on the screen. But you never know with SmackDown Creative. You just never know. All right, let's move on to. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be a fun one, folks. We're talking Nia Jax and Bayley. Folks, Bayley lost. Now, if you joined me for my last stream, we talked about this, right? This probably was the better choice because there's nothing after Nia Jax for Bayley. Unfortunately, because of how the roster has been structured and the current storylines, Bayley had to drop the belt because after Nia, there's nobody else. Oh, now here comes the Candice LeRae. The Candice LeRae stands. Oh, you can push Candice LeRae. Folks, I'm sorry, but Candice LeRae, sorry about Miss it's not happening for Miss LeRae, okay? It's not happening for Candice, not for Indy Hartwell. It's just not happening, okay? That was never a realistic choice. Sorry to tell you that. Sorry to tell you the truth. But after Nia Jax, it was nobody. So something had to be done here. The correct story-driven choice is to have Nia go over here. As much as I would love to have Bayley have a big moment, a big win, the correct decision is to have Nia Jax win. Bianca and Jade are in tag team hell. Blair Davenport is with the Blair Witch Project with Isla and Alba, okay? Naomi is now going to be with the big three. That's clear. That's just what it is, okay? We can all fantasy book and change things, but right now the case is Naomi, big three, Blair Davenport, Blair Witch Project, Charlie Face, Piper Niven. What were you going to do? Nothing, okay? It had to be Nia Jax winning here for the sake of telling a good story. So, but this was a good match. Very good match. Bayley kicked out of the Annihilator. So Bayley and Rhea Ripley have both kicked out of the Annihilator, but not Bianca. Kidding. So he kicked out of that. Very good match, I thought. Very well worked match. They both look really well. They both look very strong. Bayley looks strong here. At some point, good old Tiffany ran down there. She distracted Bayley. What was her true intentions? We don't know. Like, what is she actually going to do? Was she actually going to cash in? Was she going to try to do that? Or was she down there to just distract Bayley? We don't know, right? She probably was going to cash in. She probably was. But she can just deny it and say, oh, go down there to help, to distract her, whatever. She goes down there. She gets knocked out by Bayley. Nia Jax power bombs Bayley twice. Now, there was a really cool spot where Bayley put Nia Jax on her shoulders and power bombed her. Everybody said, oh my God, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. It's incredible. Bianca did the same thing. And when she did it, she was selling a knee injury. She was hobbling to sell the knee injury, but I digress, okay? It was a very good spot. She did it well as well, just like Bianca did, very well. But yeah, very good match. She hits Bayley like 2 power bombs and drags her to the side and hit her with 2 annihilators. So they really protected Bayley here, really did. But in the end, Nia Jax stands tall. She deserves it. She's a great talent. She's been doing very, very well for WWE. I can't complain. About what she's been doing and how she's been working. Okay, she's been doing a great job. I thought that they're going to have Bayley have a big moment, but even I said last stream, this was 50-50. It was 50-50 because of the situation with the damn division. It made too much sense to make the change. Now you have fresh matchups going forward with Nia as champion. And now Bianca, maybe Jade, and maybe Michin and Chelsea Green potentially can get involved here. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I think this was the right call. Cleveland was not hot for Bayley at all. I don't remember if they were or not. I do know that I forgot to talk about this. I need to talk about this. Remind me to talk about Rhea and Liv again, but I'll finish this up. But remind me to talk about that again. But yeah, the crowd wasn't that hot for. I have to go back and look at that. I don't know for sure. But yeah, I think Bayley is better as a heel. Okay. You know what? I'll talk about it now. Right now. Bayley's better as a heel. Know who else is better as a heel? Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, go back and watch that match. Rhea and Liv Morgan were getting dual chants. Dual chants. Let's go Rhea, let's go Liv, let's go Rhea, let's go Liv. The fact of the matter, folks, we have to be honest with ourselves. Fans love the heels. They love the heels, especially when they're chicks, okay? That's just the reality of the situation. They love their female heels. Liv Morgan is more over now as a heel than she was as a face because of the way she's acting, because of her behavior, because she doesn't give a shit, right? She's not playing into that little, oh, woe is me, babyface, the underdog role. No, she's a heel who's doing grimy, dirty things to get under Rhea's skin. And the fans are resonating with that. They love how she's leaning into her sex appeal. They're loving that from her. They love her heel work right now. She's getting cheered. She got cheered at the damn the pre-show event the day before. She got cheered with the dueling chants against Rhea Ripley. If you would have told me a year ago that Liv Morgan would be getting dual chants with Rhea Ripley, I'm saying you're out of your mind. But again, folks love their heels. Now what's happening with Rhea Ripley? She's becoming a face. Rhea is more over and better presented as a heel. So now that she's a face, you're going to see a little bit of a different change from her behavior. The fans are loving her heel work. They're loving how she didn't give a shit. They're loving how she's standing up to the dudes. She's giving the dudes freaking almost said something wrong there. Not low blows. Okay, she's been giving the dudes low blows. She's been body slamming the dudes. She's been doing all this heel work, and the fans have loved it. Now she's not a heel anymore. She's a face. Now Liv Morgan is a heel. Now you're seeing an interesting crowd dynamic where Liv Morgan is getting some cheers. I'm saying this is what it is, folks. It is what it is. Rhea Ripley, her star power is better as a heel. So is Bayley. Same situation. Bayley is better as a heel, in my opinion. As a face, she gets a lot of support, but ultimately the character is kind of stale. She's more interesting as a heel, but that's the case for a lot of people. Most people are better off as heels. Can you be more creative? When you're a face, you're in the babyface box. There's only so much you can do, right? When you're a heel, you get to be more creative, i.e. Becky. Becky Lynch has said time and time again she prefers being a heel because as a heel, you can have more fun, be more creative. So yeah, that's just how it is. Rhea's star power is better as a heel. That's going to come down a bit now. Liv Morgan is going to be going up a little bit, and we'll see where it goes. We'll see how it works out. But yeah, some people are just better off as a heel. And I think Rhea is one of them. I think Rhea Ripley is one of those people, but we'll see how it works out. I think Rhea is more just stale. She's not stale, but she's better off as a heel. But that's another story for another day, okay? Good match. Nia Jax deserves it. Great work. This second run has been incredible. Such great work she's doing. I've loved everything she's done. She's funny. She's safe. She's putting on good bangers. She's giving the division something interesting, something different. I love that. So all credit to Nia Jax. She's great. I'm loving what she's doing. Tiffany Stratton was never going to cash in, like I said before. They just gave her that new cool briefcase. They're selling that on the WWE shop already. So yeah, she's gonna be walking around with that for a while until they're done selling it, and then we'll see when she catches in. She may hold on to that thing until next year, maybe. Who knows? They're not gonna be in a rush. They're not gonna be in a rush to get rid of it, folks. $129. That'd be more than that. Is this life sized? Is it actual size? I don't know. If it's the actual size, that's still kind of high, but not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Anyway, yeah, so she's gonna be holding this for a while, guys. Tiffany in the bank. My prediction is Tiffany will cash in when Charlotte Flair takes it. Do you have Charlotte Flair coming back and winning the Rumble? Because you're saying the match happens at 41. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. If Liv Morgan and Rhea go to Mania, I don't know who they're gonna have the. I've been saying for the longest time that Jade Cargill will win the Rumble. I just think he wants to do that for her. If that's the case, you have Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley on one side, with Rhea winning the Chamber. And then you can have Jade Cargill win the Rumble, challenge Nia Jax potentially. And then Bianca faces Charlotte Flair potentially. And then Tiffany could cash in later on. I don't know. Yeah, Tiffany's an interesting one because this can happen with either title. I could see her cashing in on the Raw title. I could see it happening on SmackDown. Either way, I can see it going. I don't think Tiffany will cash in on Nia Jax. I don't see that. I think they'll keep that relationship intact. Maybe she'll try a couple times, but ultimately, Nia Jax will be naive about it. And I think ultimately she'll cash in on someone else. So the Nia Jax-Tiffany relationship will stay intact, I think. But I don't know. Triple H is weird. He's weird. Dom against Rhea. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Dom fight Rhea Ripley. I don't. Give us Raquel Rhea Ripley. I'd rather see that. They can hold off Charlotte Flair's return until Tiffany wins the title. Assuming they want to do Charlotte Flair, Tiffany, but I don't know if Charlotte Flair will win the Rumble. That's a problem. That's the issue. Will Charlotte Flair be the double Rumble winner? Does that track? I feel like the Rumble win. Yeah, I don't know. Tiffany cashing in happens before Rumble, after Rumble, after Mania. I don't know. Tiffany cashing in is a wild card for me. I'm not going to pretend to guess it. It can happen at any time, at any point. Well, not at any point. They want to sell this damn briefcase for a minute. So at least until the Survivor Series. Past Survivor Series, then anything can happen. Bianca versus Charlotte is still pretty solid guess there. Tiffany's walking into Mania with the belt. Possible. Very possible. Possible. Is that too early of a spot for her? To have a Mania match? Is that too early for her? Maybe. There's some people who think she's going to fail. There are some folks that still think she's going to fail that damn cash-in, so we'll see. But Nia Jax, good for you. You deserved it. No complaints from me. Okay? No complaints from me. All right, let's move on to another big one. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and Seth freaking Rollins. This was a storyline match for sure. The entire show was. The entire show beyond Braun and Sammy, very much storyline driven. Got CM Punk with one in the damn bracelet. Got Drew McIntyre trying to talk to Seth Rollins the entire time, saying, "Hey Seth, I'm going to use the chair. We had to take him out because CM Punk, he's bad for the business. You know that. Let me do this. Let me do this." And Seth took the damn chair from him. A lot of good spots. Seth put the damn bracelet on. So this whole entire thing is leading toward CM Punk Seth, clearly. CM Punk gave Seth the damn go to sleep. Really good stuff here. Building that feud, building that tension, that continued hatred between the three of them. I thought it was well done from a storyline perspective. Now, there's some folks who were disappointed by the fact that this didn't go hard enough. Like, we were promised blood and guts and someone would die because Drew McIntyre said he would kill CM Punk, right? Well, that didn't happen, okay? So some folks were disappointed by the lack of viciousness and the lack of real hatred in the match. I understand that. You thought it was going to be like some bleeding, a real like beat down, like a real like back and forth, like a real battle, a death match because of their hatred. You didn't really get that. I understand that. I still enjoyed it. I thought it was fun to watch. I like the storytelling here. But I understand if you didn't think it was bloody enough, it wasn't like vicious enough, it wasn't really like kill or be killed. I understand that. I get that criticism. I accept it. But yeah, I enjoyed the match. It was fun. Good story beats. Ultimately, Drew McIntyre won. Right choice again. All the winners were the right choice. This PLE, you got the damn necklace again. Not necklace, the bracelet again. So ultimately, you still got that damn bracelet. It's never going away. Until CM Punk gets that bracelet back, the feud will never die. But yeah, a very good match. Will this go to Bad Blood? Probably. Will Seth Rollins face CM Punk along the way here? Probably. What's next for Drew McIntyre? He got the win. Does he move on to Gunther? Because CM Punk still promised that he'll never win the title as long as he's there. So CM Punk will still get involved there, you would assume. I just really enjoyed the story. A lot of good camera work as well. Focusing in on the bracelet and all that stuff. Well done. Good match. Yeah, Drew still has the damn bracelet. Still has it. Punk failed. Seth played Punk. Yeah, that was interesting. Now, the commentator did say something. He said that Seth was just trying to... The point was that the bracelet was on the ground. It was on the ground. He could have put it on his pocket. He could have put it in his pocket, but he put it on his wrist in a way to like hold on to it or just move it out the way. Like you see the bracelet on the floor, I'm gonna put it on, just like his way to clear the ring of any objects. The problem is to CM Punk, it's like you're trying to toy with him or trying to mess with him. Most referees will put that in their pocket, right? But he put it on his wrist. Was it innocent? Was that just him seeing the damn bracelet on the ground and say, "I need to pick it up and put it on my wrist so I can get it out the way"? Or was he doing it in a way to mess with him? I don't know. You have to ask Seth Rollins about that, right? What was your intent by putting that damn bracelet on? He probably should have put it in his damn pocket or something. That's what he should have done. Or toss it outside. We put it on his wrist. That triggered CM Punk. And CM Punk went after Seth Rollins, gave him to go to sleep. There's no reason for him to wear it. Yeah, I guess so. That's how he saw it. That's how CM Punk saw it, at least, right? There's no point of putting it on. You could have put it in your pocket, could toss it away. You put it on your wrist to mess with him. I can see that point. I'm not mad at CM Punk. That makes sense. So I like when character decisions make sense. Like you give characters some agency, they make decisions. You just want it to make sense. CM Punk getting mad at that makes sense. You can rationalize in your brain, Seth thinking, no, just like I picked up the bracelet and put it on my wrist just to like clear the ring. I wasn't really thinking about it when I did that. You can buy that as well. I like that. That's good. Drew McIntyre won, the right decision. We're good there, you know. Yeah, he played a really good ref. He played the role well. There were times where he was a terrible ref, like wasn't paying attention. At one point, he turned his back, and there was a pin, and he turned around and said, "Oh, 1, 2, like, what are you doing?" Like, I think that was to CM Punk as well. There were times where CM Punk had the pin. He was late to count it. So, good stuff. Really good, fun, story-driven stuff. I thought CM Punk, the entire time, I was just hoping that CM Punk didn't get injured. It's weird watching CM Punk wrestle. It's really weird. I don't have this thought with anybody else. When anybody else wrestles, I just watch the match. When CM Punk wrestles, I'm like, don't get injured. Don't get injured. Don't get injured. Be careful. Don't get injured. And I wonder if the talent feel the same way. Like if Drew McIntyre is wrestling the match thinking, oh, let me not hit him too hard here. Let me not powerbomb him too hard here. Let me not body slam him too hard here. Let's take it easy here because we don't want him to get injured. I feel like I watch the match like, CM Punk, be careful, be careful, be careful. Like no matter what he does, I'm like, oh my God, don't get injured here. Only him though, because he's so damn injury prone. Our man is injury prone. So yeah, he needs to like, hopefully he gets like a run of healthy matches here, so I don't have to think about that. So I'll be honest. The entire time I'm thinking, don't get injured. Phil. By the way, Bayley requested meaningful storylines for non-title matches. Did that just happen in an interview? Because Bianca was saying a similar thing. They want non-title good storylines for the women's division. That can be huge for them if they got that. I love that for them, but I'll hold my breath, or I won't hold my breath, because we don't know how much time they're going to have going forward, especially considering Roman Reigns has returned. A lot of that time going straight to good old Roman Reigns, you know? Yeah, it did seem that way, Keyshawn. Some of his power bombs seem like he kind of let go of it. Like he doesn't want to like really give him a real power. I don't think he did the Future Shock DDT the entire time, right? They don't want to go back to that one. No Future Shock DDT, because that's how CM Punk got injured the first time. Like, no, we're not going to do that. He kept countering it, which probably it was a good storyline device in the match. Every time he went for it, he countered it, because last time he got injured. So it makes sense to keep countering it like that. But I think also they want to do it because possible injury might come again. That's how it happened the first time, you know? Hopefully Bayley gets a non-title feud or a fun one. We'll see. We will see. We will see. We'll see. All right, let's talk about. Unless you guys have something to say about this match, I thought it was good. Was it a match of the night? I don't know, but it was good. I saw she was talking to Mia Yim backstage after she lost Bailey. I didn't see the segment. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was a digital exclusive, maybe? Bailey, Mia Yim. He had a conversation with Mia Yim backstage when she lost. Let's see. If it takes too long, then never mind. It might take too long. But yeah, she had a conversation with Mia Yim about losing to Nia Jax. Unfortunately for Bailey, it just made too much sense for her to lose. Made too much sense. She talked about how maybe she needed to be more selfish in her career, which was an interesting admission to say. I wish I would have been more selfish and not fight so much for other people, but fight for myself. That's very interesting admission by her to say that. You think she feels regrets about her career? I don't know. Hopefully not. Yeah, I won't be able to find that thing. But yeah, she talked to Michin at the end of the match, backstage. I should have known that Tiffany was going to come out there. Where's Naomi? Her friend Naomi, right? That's the real problem. Where's Naomi at? Anyway, let's move on to the next match. This is probably match of the night. Probably. Gunther, Damian Priest was a banger. An absolute bona fide banger. Damian looks amazing. The best he looked at champion. Gunther got heat from the crowd. Crowd was behind Damian Priest. A lot of hard-hitting stuff. Gunther was freaking bleeding from his chest. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if it was the nipple or whatever, but he was bleeding from his freaking chest. They had a war. They had a battle. Well, let's not go that far ahead to finish stuff, but it was a very good match. A lot of like good spots. I think Priest went for a Hurricanrana. Man, really, really good stuff from these two. But there were not any flips. No flips, no acrobatics. Therefore, wasn't good. Yeah, this was a great match. Good, hard-hitting, two bigger dudes going to town in the ring. No, well, there was some flash in there again. That Hurricanrana from the top rope. But beyond that, Priest looked strong as hell. Big Falcon Arrow. Big South of Heaven slam, choke slam. A lot of good stuff from Priest. This is the best Priest looked. He looked like Gunther's equal. He looked equal to Gunther in the match, which was really, really good for him. Unfortunately for him, that goddamn Finn Balor. Now I said that I thought that Finn needed to turn first for the sake of Dominic Mysterio, because it would be kind of dumb to have Dom turn first on Rhea Ripley and have Judgment Day chasing around Dom. Where's Dom? Let's look for Dom for a couple weeks. That'd be kind of silly. I think Dominic Mysterio is better off in a faction, in a protected faction. That's why I thought he did well with Judgment Day. But in this case, it worked out fine. Because when Dom turned, Finn turned immediately. So it works fine now. It's okay to do like this. Dom was going to turn first, then Finn had to turn immediately. And that's exactly what happened. Finn went out there, and he cost Damian Priest the win. Damian had Gunther beat. Again, he had him pinned and beat. They booked him strong as hell, and Finn took his leg and put it on the goddamn rope. All saw it coming at some point. We knew this was going to happen. Finn against Damian Priest. It happened at SummerSlam. Now we have a situation where, again, Judgment Day is now Liv, Finn, JD, Carlito, maybe, Dom, and hopefully Raquel. We have Priest and Rhea as the faces going up against the New Judgment Day. Very good match. Very good angle. Handled well. He even tried to grab Finn's throat. It was very well done. At this point, he didn't care about the title. He didn't care about Gunther. He was so betrayed. He was so betrayed. He kept going after Finn. It was well done. Wonder what's going to happen on Raw. Will we get the new Judgment Day right away on Raw? Or will they come together later on? I think they'll be together right away. I would assume. We'll see though. We'll see how it goes. But I thought this was well done. Very good match. So here's the image I did. So replace Dijak with Raquel. And that's your new Judgment Day. Again, Liv Morgan needs to have some gold. There needs to be a world champion in this feud. Well, part of the feud and part of this faction. So Liv Morgan needs to hold on to that belt for a little bit, which is why I think it's probably going to go all the way to Mania. Yeah, replace Dijak with Raquel. And that's your new Judgment Day, potentially. Yeah, it's going to be interesting because Liv Morgan was leaving the liars. Like she's writing liars all over the damn thing. I'm assuming the liars are Finn, JD, and the crew. Lying to Damian Priest, lying to Rhea. You know, those were the liars that she's referring to. But we'll see how it turns out. If Raquel comes in, I can see them making her a double champ. How? What belt? With what belt? How is she gonna be? Oh, tag team titles? You think Bianca and Jade? Well, Bianca, Jade, in the tag team scene, that's a different story. Like we'll see. We'll talk about that later. What's happening to the tag team division? But yeah, that could be interesting, I guess. That would mean the champion would have to go to. No, this is why it's not going to happen. The champion would have to go to SmackDown. Liv Morgan will have to go to SmackDown. I don't buy to put Liv Morgan on SmackDown anytime soon. Priest did say that. Did he say that? Priest said that he was the most important part of the group because he was champion. Oh, he did say that he didn't need. He said he needed them for the Seth Rollins match, right? Yeah. He said he's the most important member of the group, and he didn't need them. He did say that, something like that. So that's fair. He did say that. That's a fair point. I don't know exactly what he said per se, but he said something like that. It was something close to that. But yeah, this was a very good match. Well done. Damian Priest was a good champion. He really was. And he really got over. This is the most over he's ever been. The crowd loves him now. He lost the belt. He'll probably get it back. No, I'm sorry. He's not getting that back. Take that back. I think he'll maintain the crowd support because they feel for him, and he's over now. I think he'll maintain that support. And do it Rhea Ripley, and they love Rhea Ripley, so they'll be fine for the most part. But I'll be curious to see how they book this going forward. Now that Gunther is the champion, we have very good stuff. I think the Judgment Day again, with the top stable going forward as well, continue to be. And I think the Judgment Day storylines will be the top of the show, which is why I believe Liv Morgan will keep that championship belt for a while, going all the way to Mania, I think. So yeah, we'll have Finn and JD champions. We'll have Liv Morgan being champion, and that's going to be the entire scene going to Mania, I think. What match? Will what match be in Berlin or Bad Blood, Keyshawn? I mean Finn. Oh yeah, Finn. Bad Blood. Finn is Bad Blood. Finn Damien is Bad Blood. I think. Who will Gunther face at Bash of Berlin? Will it be Ilya Dragunov? Will it be Jey Uso? Who does Gunther face at Bad Blood? Not Bad Blood. Who does Gunther face at Bash of Berlin? I don't think Finn and Priest will be at Bash of Berlin. I think Finn and Priest will be Bad Blood. We'll get Bad Blood matchup between Finn and Priest. We'll get Gunther against some babyface on Raw. Jay, Ilya, Sheamus, somebody like that. Jay? Sami Zayn will be with Jey Uso, I think, going forward. I think Sami and Jay will. Oh my God! I just realized something. Just realized that we're gonna get Sami, Jay, Priest, and Rhea against the Judgment Day. I think. And that's how Jay and Rhea will come together. Yeah, we're gonna get. Jay and Sami are gonna go. They're gonna go after those tag titles, I think. So the tag title scene will be Jay and Sami, which will put Jay and Sami against the Judgment Day, which will put them together with Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, which will cause Rhea and Jay to have some relationship. Maybe not a romantic one, but some type of relationship. The Yeet and the mommy, the Yeet and the mommy train is alive and well. The ship is alive and well, folks. Rhea, Damian, Sami, Jay. Yep, that's it. Against the Judgment Day. Wow. I just thought about that. It makes all the sense in the world. They were yeeting the other day when Rhea Ripley was talking. This is going to happen. Rikishi will be thrilled. I'm sure Rikishi he's gonna be pissed off when he sees his son with Rhea Ripley. Oh, you're trying to ruin my son's marriage? Is that what you're trying to do? We're trying to ruin his marriage? Rikishi, shut up, man. Rikishi should be ashamed of himself for that take. Man straight up said that WWE are trying to ruin his son's marriage by having him be in a relationship with Rhea Ripley or something. Crazy. But anyway, yeah, I think we're going to get Rhea, Damian, Sami, Jay. That'd be fun, I guess. Do I want to see a relationship angle between Rhea and Jay? No, not really. Not really. But yeah, this is a good match. And then finally, the final match, we have the Imposter against Cody Rhodes. Solo Sikoa had a good match with Cody Rhodes. This was Bloodline rules, so at some point you knew she was gonna hit the fan. Just knew that at some point, Jacob, Fatu, and the Tonga brothers were gonna come out there. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Sure enough, they all came out there. They all jumped Cody Rhodes. And out came KO. Out came Randy. And for a split second, I thought, oh my God, no Roman Reigns. Not going to get Roman Reigns at all. Ha ha. I'm going to laugh at the IWC for talking about Roman so damn long, for so damn much. But we did get Roman Reigns. He was out there. And the crowd went crazy. So we finally got the return of Roman Reigns. And all shut up now. He super punches Solo. He spears Solo. And the crowd was loving it. The man has returned as a babyface for now, as far as we know. Is it a tweener? Is he a full-on babyface? We don't know. But the original Tribal Chief is here. Well done to the WWE in terms of the crowd reaction. The crowd loved it, so well done. The match was fine. It was good, I thought. It was a typical Roman Reigns match, even though he wasn't in the match. So Solo was really wanted to be like the damn Tribal Chief, because it was very much a Tribal Chief structured match, right? Cody Rhodes was super Cody. He kicked out of a barrage of attacks by Jacob Fatu. Kicked out of it. I'm fine with that. Whatever. It is what it is. They're building him up to be a superhero. That's fine. We kicked out all those finishers by Jacob Fatu. This was good. I thought it was good. Ends in a big way. Ends in a way that makes the crowd happy. Ends in a way that makes the fans talk about what happened on the show. I don't hate it. I'm happy he's back, so the IWC can shut up about him returning. Now, the issue is now going forward on SmackDown, time allocation. Will everybody get a chance to shine on SmackDown going forward with Roman Reigns being back in the scene, considering his long entrance and his long segments and his long promos? I don't know. Hopefully there's a plan, because I'm not trying to see an entire Roman Reigns show, but I think that's what we're gonna get. We're going back to the bloodline centric shows. Not to say that's been any different. Like, we've been getting that anyway. That's what we've been getting anyway, right? But we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully, Nia Jax, the Baileys, the LA Knights will have some time to shine. Some, the Montez Fords and the Carmella Hayes. Hopefully, they have some time on that damn show. But I do believe SmackDown is Roman Reigns' town going forward. We'll see how it goes. I think it'll be handled well because they'll have a lot of focus to this damn feud. This damn storyline. I'm just hoping the SmackDown will have some time for other people. That's all. But good moment, good showing for Roman. There was a scary situation with Jacob. Looks like Jacob Fatu got injured, unfortunately. I thought it was an angle. I thought it was just like a planned injury to explain why he doesn't face off against Roman Reigns. But unfortunately, he's in a walking boot, so it looked like he was banged up on that chair spot he did. That's really unfortunate. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's just precautionary, but we'll see. Solo and Jacob Fatu. Oh, that's loud. I know there's gonna be audio. Solo and Jacob Fatu at the damn convenience store. Okay. Well, yeah, good match. Happy for they are so stupid. Listen to this crap. Listen to this. I almost fell for this. Listen to this.
Received unfortunate news for Jacob Fatu. We're hearing he unfortunately
Let me go to split screen yet first. Listen to this.
We received unfortunate news for Jacob Fatu. We're hearing he unfortunately tore it tonight. Yeah, reports are he tore his ball sack when Roman Reigns came down to the ring. Yeah,
People got a lot of time on their hands. They got a lot of time on their goddamn hands to put that together. He tore his what?
Tore it tonight. Yeah, reports are he tore his ball sack when Roman Reigns came down to the ring. Yeah,
I almost fell for it. Like, wait, he tore what? He tore what? Like, no, he didn't tear anything. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Anyway, I'm hoping he's not actually that hurt, because that would really suck for the storyline, and it sucked for him. So hopefully he's not actually injured. But yeah, that's the current news with Jacob Fatu. We're hoping he's not actually injured, but we'll see how that turns out. What else happened on this main event? Talk about KO. Talk about Randy. Talk about Jacob injury. Hit him with the damn super punch. So he hit Solo. Roman did. He hit Solo with the damn spear. And then Cody hit him with the damn crossroads. That was it. Good match. Good match. Roman has returned. What say you? Are you excited? Are you happy? Are you concerned? Let me know. But overall, this show was good. Like, I don't remember much about the match. That's the thing about having those big angles at the end of the show. I don't remember that much about the actual back and forth between Cody and Solo Sikoa. I just remember the ending angle. And that's typically how it works out. Got a lot of story stuff here. A lot of storyline driven shit here. Yeah, I'm hoping we get Cody Randy going now. I hope that's the next chapter. Cody against Randy. but we'll see. I believe it's important to have Cody Rhodes remove himself from the Bloodline storyline and just have it be a family matter. You Cody against Randy. Cody against Randy. At the Bloodline over here. Nia Jax will face maybe, I don't know. Maybe continue talk to Bayley. I don't know. Maybe that's the story they go with. Bayley, Nia Jax continued. Who knows? Babyface Roman now. My concern is about the lack of iconic heels in WWE right now. Top heels are who? Logan Paul. Well, Randy. Now that Roman is back as a babyface, turn Randy heel. What you got to do? You heel Randy. That's a big name right there. A big force in the heel division. I think they should go heel route with Randy Orton. I hope Roman Reigns is not I'm hoping he's more of a tweener. I want to see some actual development. I don't want to see him come up and start like hugging Cody or being a big time babyface. No, I want to see some actual development here. So I hope he returns as more of a tweener rather than a true babyface. Like, I don't know what was going through his mind when he hit Solo Sikoa. Was it just about Solo? Was it all about getting revenge on Solo? Or was it about helping Cody? I don't know. I think it's more about just like establishing who's the real tribal chief. And since Solo was acting all crazy, he said, all right, I got something for you. Knock you out, hit you, walk out. I don't think he is that worried about Cody at all right now. It's more about establishing himself as the tribal chief. And he can do that as a tweener. I don't want to see a full-on babyface Roman Reigns. I don't. You know, The Rock is still on the way at some point. When will The Rock come? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine when it comes to Rock. Like who knows? Yeah, very, very storyline driven. That's why it was good. Correct, David. Yeah, you're right. He could have just pinned him, but he wanted to make sure. No, my finisher will end it. My weak ass Crossroads will finish this job. He could have just pinned him. That's true. Right. Roman and Rhea are now faces. We don't know for sure with Roman, but we assume they're both faces now. Damian Priest is also a face now. And now, the tables have turned for sure. Solo's doing a good job. He is, Jay. He's doing a good job. I like what he's doing. Give him his flowers. Give him his props. He's doing a good job as the top heel on SmackDown right now. When will we see Jimmy? Folks thought that we're going to see Jimmy today. They're so sure we're going to get Jimmy yesterday or today. Oh, not today, but Saturday or Friday, but no Jimmy. When did Jimmy return? When does Paul Heyman return? Do we get them all on SmackDown? Do we get Roman, Jimmy, and Paul Heyman on SmackDown? I'm not sure about that. Probably so, Keyshawn. The formula has been after the big PLE, you have big shows. I would love to see a Jimmy on SmackDown and a Raquel on Raw. Imagine if Rhea Ripley is going after Liv Morgan, like I'm sure she will, in a big rage, and then Raquel catches her off guard. So you get Raquel returning on Raw to help Liv Morgan and join in the Judgment Day. And then you have a Raquel Rhea Ripley problem or a feud potentially, and that'll extend the Judgment Day storyline. If you want to extend the Liv Morgan Rhea Ripley story, bring in Raquel as an obstacle for Rhea Ripley, and then you have a Jimmy Uso return on SmackDown. That could work well. I would love that. Building toward freaking Bastion Berlin. Maybe he's still recovering from his injuries. Right. You want to give him his own return, which will be a SmackDown return then, which is fine. Yeah, I would not be surprised if this upcoming SmackDown is Jimmy Uso and Raquel. I'm wanting to see Raquel Rodriguez. I want to see Raquel because she's been out due to an unfortunate situation, and I'm hoping that's resolved. It sucks to think that she's out because of that skin thing. I want her to be healthy and ready to go. So hopefully she returns soon. Hopefully this Monday Night Raw, she's back on Raw. I'm hoping. But overall, great show. Great show. I'll give it a 8.8 to 9. That makes sense to me. No complaints about anything, really. I know Bayley fans are mad, but it is what it is, unfortunately. It had to happen. I think Nia Jax will be a very good champion, and I think her run will be very entertaining and well produced, probably. Yeah, Raquel, it sucks for Raquel, but the reports are she's coming back soon. That's what reports are saying, so. Oh, look at the freaking Dom. Liv Morgan buying chicken nuggets and chicken tendies. That's not a bad gig. Dating Liv Morgan, getting chicken tendies anytime you want. Good for freaking Dom. This is Liv Morgan's picture here. Update of Dom. The Liv Morgan with the Rhea Ripley banner. That's hilarious. Living her life. Loving life. The greatest love story ever told. Okay. Funny. Yeah, Liv Morgan was born to play this role. She's loving it. She's doing it very well. The boos that Dom's gonna get, the boos will be maybe the loudest ever. The boos on Monday Night Raw will be epic. Epic boos this upcoming Raw, for sure. I mean, that's without a doubt. Wow. Full on kiss from Dom and Liv, Batman, and freaking Catwoman. That's hilarious. Did she drop the belt? She sure did. She was taken aback. She was swept off her feet completely. She retweeted every damn kiss you can imagine. She's really dialed into this feud in the storyline. Good for her. Again, it's acting. They're performers, okay? Let's not make it weird like folks want to do online. This is a performance. Let me go to Rhea Ripley's story, her page real quick. Rhea Ripley. Is all black? That's hilarious. Fallen angel. What is going on? Rhea. That is hilarious. It's all black. Sucks for her. But we'll see where this goes. I think it's going all the way to Mania, I think. Everything You Love Is Mine. The Liv Morgan Revenge Tour. She did it. She accomplished. The Liv Morgan Revenge Tour is complete. Really. It's complete. Good for the creative team. Good for them all. It all worked out fine. Like I said before, I'm hoping that Liv Morgan did not know Dom was going to turn. That'll make the storyline a little bit better for me, but who cares? Who cares? Yeah, she changed her layout. Rhea did. It's all depressing. It's all sad. Well, she's a babyface now, so we'll see how her star power will be affected. We'll see how she will work in this storyline now that she's the face and she's a scorned face. Yep, we're supposed to have sympathy for her. We'll see how she handles this. I think she's way more comfortable as a heel. She's way more comfortable there. We'll see how by her own admission, she loves being a heel. We'll see how she handles this storyline now. Now that Liv is the heel, I can envision Liv becoming more popular. I could see that as well. I could see it. Again, most of the fans don't want to admit it. They love their heels, especially when they're hot and attractive. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, okay? They love their heels. That's how it works. We're gonna be honest on the channel. We're gonna be honest here, folks. They love their heels that lean into sex appeal, like Rhea Ripley was doing. Now Liv Morgan is doing that, and their popularity is growing. The fan reaction is growing. Let's keep it real. Liv Morgan fans will never shut up now. Well, they weren't going to shut up regardless. I don't know if Bo Dallas is still with Liv Morgan. I don't know that. I don't follow their personal life. I don't know who's in a relationship with Liv Morgan right now. I knew it was Bo Dallas at one point. I don't know if that's still the case. Either way, they should be mature enough to know it's a performance. It's easier for me to say because I'm not in a relationship with them, but it is all just acting. Liv says she's single? Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. So she had no issue smooching Dom, okay? And Dom's wife is fine because she knows it's a fictional storyline, okay? Just like any actor in any movie or television show, okay? It's a performance, so let's not make it weird. I saw somebody say, oh, Dom's wife is the strongest woman ever. I guess every damn spouse to every actor, the strongest person ever. Yeah, sure. I'm not saying it's easy to see or it's easy to deal with. I'm just saying this is not a new thing to have performers kissing other performers. It's typical in fiction. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I'm sure Liv Morgan and Dom are fine with it. And if they're doing it, it's because he talked to his wife. Now, Rhea Ripley was not kissing Dom on the lips. I'm assuming that was for a specific reason. She didn't want to do that for whatever reason. I'm not going to say that's Buddy's fault. She decided she didn't want to kiss Dom. Liv Morgan had no issue with that whatsoever. Yes, it's just acting. It's just acting. All this is acting. What else we got here? Greatest love story ever told. Tomorrow, getting the first match for the Wyatt Six. It'll be Eric Rowan, Dexter Lumis, and what's his face? My light went off for no damn reason. And Joe Gacy. So that'll be interesting tomorrow. That should be good. What else we got here before we sign out? Anything else I've got to talk about? Is there anything else I missed? When asked about Joe Hendry, Liv Morgan said, "Who? I only believe in Dominic." Well done. Well done, Liv. Well done. I only believe in Dominic. She doesn't have time for that Joe Hendry nonsense. All she knows is Dominic Mysterio. Well done. Kathy Kelly is bored. Little bitch. Fixed it, little bitch. Gets us a mommy? Yeah, mommy's little bitch. Okay, that's what that said. Okay. Everybody's getting into it. Everybody's enjoying this whole turn. Good for them. Let's see. Oh yeah, Dakota against Sonya Deville. That's true. Are you enjoying Saya Kamatani's new character? Some folks say they don't buy it. They don't buy her as a heel. We'll let her get some time. We'll let her cook. Let her really get into that heel role and see how she does. But I think it's too early to judge her as a heel. Hopefully she knows. Hopefully she does well. Again, she's not in charge of the creative. It wasn't her decision. But we'll see how that goes in Stardom. We'll see how that goes. So Damage Control face now. Is Damage Control face? We don't know yet. That's the I don't know. We did see that damn the Wyatt Six logo behind Dakota Kai. Does that mean anything? I don't know. Was it just there? Does it mean anything? We don't know yet. But right now we don't know. It's probably still maybe heel tweener thing. We'll see what happens on Raw. Right now, they'll be facing off against heels, but we don't know. It could still be tweeners maybe. But I wouldn't bet that it's face yet. I wouldn't bet it. So I would say tweener or still heel. Finn Balor woke up in a good mood. Good for you, Finn. Good for you. 44 likes. So now we have a clear new character direction for Finn and the Judgment Day. That has a lot of legs. Has a lot of legs, folks. I'm telling you, Liv Morgan, champion to Mania, I believe. All the way to Mania. The Judgment Day is going nowhere. Oh, this was a nice moment. CM Punk hugging Stephanie. They buried the hatchet after all these years. The idiotic daughter and the doofus son-in-law. I remember when Stephanie made fun of CM Punk's UFC debut and how it ended very quickly. So it's good to see that they wrapped it up here. It's squashed. Good for Stephanie. Good for CM Punk and Phil. I like that. It's cool seeing that. It's all water under the bridge. Times have changed. Phil has changed. Stephanie has grown. It's all good. You love to see it. You love to see it. Yep, Judgment Day drama will be great. I think it'll be very good. And because of that, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, you guys will be happy. Bianca Belair fans, on the other hand, is going to be suffering. But Rhea, Liv Morgan, you're in good hands with creative. Especially on Raw. Especially on Raw. Well, does Big Three against Blair, Isla, and Alba make the Berlin card? I do believe it does. Some iteration of that. Either Bianca Jade against the Unholy Union or Big Three against Blair Witch Project. One of those two matches will happen on that card. One of the two. If they want to drag it out, if they want to drag out the Bianca Belair tag team run, they'll probably make that the 6-woman tag match at Berlin. So you have Bianca, Jade, and Naomi against the Blair Witch Project on the Bash Berlin card. If I had to guess, I'd say that's what it's going to be. Do I love that? I don't know. But they're probably going to drag it to that. Because I don't think you want to do that match on a SmackDown, you know? Maybe, but I don't think so. I think you probably want to do that big 6-woman tag match on a PLE card. And then Bianca and Jay will take the tag titles probably, right? But you want to put Naomi and Blair Davenport on a PLE, then you drag it to Berlin. I can see that match happening in Berlin. So that's my guess right now. My guess is Big Three, Blair Witch Project at Bash of Berlin. Big Three win. And then you do the tag match where Bianca and Jade beat the Unholy Union. That's what I would do. We need more stories on SmackDown. I agree. More stories are always good. Bianca had her time in 2021, 2023. What are you talking about, David? Don't piss me off. Don't understand people saying Bianca had her time. Like she's been, she's not a 10-year veteran. This woman debuted, 2020? Excuse me for wanting Bianca Belair to be in good matches. One of the best talents we have, undoubtedly, without question, one of the best in-ring talents. Excuse me for wanting her to be in the ring performing. Excuse me, what a crime. Having Bianca Belair in good matches. Oh, the horror. She's great in the ring. Sorry, I want to see great talent in the ring and good storylines. Forgive me if I'm not pushing for Indy Hartwell, okay? I'm sorry. I want Bianca Belair, who is a good talent, to have good matches and good storylines. If that's a crime, sue me. I'm not saying she has to have a title run, but just a good storyline. A good non-title story is fine. Give me a good story away from the title that's compelling and interesting. That's it. Look at CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Is there a belt? No. But it's interesting. It's good. Why can't they do that for the women? It's not a crime or some kind of a unfair expectation to ask for that. All right. Jade will turn on Bianca probably before it's too late to actually have a feud. So before it's too late. So here's the thing when it comes to Bianca and Jade, we're not getting that feud anytime soon. We're not getting the Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill feud this year or even next year, right? So if Jade is going to turn on Bianca, it was a troll. I know, David, I know. So if you're going to turn on, you're trying to trick me, it worked. So you're going to turn on Bianca, you have to do it at a point where the fans won't expect a match. So let's say, for example, this is just an example. I'm not saying this should happen. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's say Nia Jax is still champion, okay? And then Bianca and Jade are in the Rumble. And then Jade Cargill turns on Bianca, hits her in the face, throws her out of the ring. But then she wins. Well, Bianca and Jade can't feud because Jade is the Royal Rumble winner. Now she has Nia Jax in her sights, right? So you can't really have a big match between the two because Jade Cargill is already set for a match with Nia Jax, right? So you have to be smart about how you do it because I don't think they want to have the Bianca Belair Jade Cargill match happen anytime soon. And because of that, you have to make sure the fans don't want it, right? So to avoid that, you keep them separated. For example, another example, Bianca Bayley. The fans might have wanted to see Bianca face Bayley. So what do? Put Bianca in a damn tag division and you separate them so they don't touch. They don't come into contact with each other, so the fans can't want it. Same thing will happen with Bianca and Jade at some point. They'll split, but they'll do it in a way so that the fans can't demand a match because they'll actually have something planned already, or it'll be like a cordial or like a positive separating of the team of some sorts where they go their separate ways, but not in a way that would make a feud happen. I don't think, again, I keep saying it, we're not getting Bianca Jade anytime soon. WWE ruined Lashley. Lashley is over like Rover. He'll be fine wherever he goes. Yeah, it sucks what happened to Bobby. It's not the best, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do. Naomi against Jade. Sure. That could happen. That's not a match that he would try to avoid. He's going to avoid Bianca Jade. He probably won't avoid Naomi Jade, so that could happen, sure. Charlotte Flair is the big key in all this, right? She's the big wild card. What are they going to do with Charlotte? Is she going to be a face? Is she going to be a heel? Will she face Bianca? Will she face Jade? She's the big key to a lot of the booking. She'll be a big player. When she comes, storytelling will all change. The dynamic of the roster will all change. So that'll be a big deal whenever she comes. So yeah, Charlotte Flair return will be huge for the division. I do think the women's division will get I think the SmackDown women's division will get the War Games match, I think. Could be wrong, but I think that makes the most sense for War Games. Liv Morgan responded. Probably Rhea Ripley with this damn picture. That's the funny thing. I would not be surprised if Rhea would want to take this damn picture. Because Rhea and Dom, and they all travel together. So it'd be kind of funny if Rhea took the picture to pretend it's Liv Morgan, but it's actually not Liv Morgan, it's actually Rhea Ripley. It's my pleasure, Daddy Dom. Thank you. Funny stuff. This is where she won him over. These chicken nuggies, that's when it happened. This is when Dominic fell in love. When she gave him the damn mountain of freaking chicken nuggets, that was the moment. That was the moment, folks. Jade being injured. Where'd you get that one from? Jade Cargill. Injured. Since when? Ew. Jade Cargill landed scarcely on her back or neck during SmackDown. Doctors called out for the. When did this happen? I didn't hear about this until I'm seeing it now, but I didn't hear about this at all. Was this like, did this make the rounds? Was this talked about? I didn't see this on my timeline at all. Now, one person I saw talk about this on my timeline. And folks on my timeline don't know when to shut up, so I'm surprised. I'm not seeing anybody covering this. They need like PW Insider, Fightful, anybody talk about this injury? Maybe it's nothing. She's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, she's fine. Did media? Okay, cool. She's fine. Okay, I think she's fine. If it was an actual injury, they would have talked about it. Yeah, it might have just been a scare. Yeah, she'll be all right. I have no doubt that she's fine. We would have known about it before. Patience is a virtue. Jacob Henry. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, folks. I'm not seeing anything else. Let me know. Am I missing something? Let me know. Is there anything else I need to talk about? I think that's it. Heal up Jacob. So Swerve Strickland, shout out to Jacob Fatu. Okay, that's nice. What else? And that's it. And that's it. Bring back Ricochet to face Braun. It's over, man. It's over. AW needs a leader bad. Yeah, that's not going to happen. As long as Tony Khan is paying the bills, he'll be the leader. And the backstage nonsense will continue. Whether it's Britt Baker, whether it's MJF, whether it's... Can't blame CM Punk anymore. That's for damn sure. But nothing's going to change until Tony Khan changes. Yep, back to 5 matches at Bash Berlin. I think so. So we'll get like... Here's the thing I will say. Bash Berlin is right around the corner, right? Right around the corner. You may get one women's match. One. And it won't be Liv Morgan. Not a chance in hell Liv Morgan defends that title at Bash Berlin. That's not happening, right? Liv Morgan is off for a while, I think. Until maybe Bad Blood. So maybe Nia Jax, but even that's a stretch. I think the women will get highlighted by the six woman tag match. So we'll get 6 women on the card, but probably one match. Unfortunately, one match. Big 3 against Blair Witch Project. That's 6 women on the card. That'll be it. There'll be no Nia Jax match. There'll be no Liv Morgan's singles match. It'll be 6 woman tag or the tag titles. Maybe, just maybe, maybe I'm crazy, but maybe they do Damage Control. Nah, that's wishful thinking. I'm gonna say Damage Control against Sonya's crew, but that's just wishful thinking. It's gonna be Big 3 against Blair Witch Project, and that's it. I don't think Nia Jax defends. I don't think Liv Morgan defends. If Nia Jax does defend, who against who? That's a quick turnaround. Won't be against Naomi. Won't be against Blair Davenport. Who? Chelsea Green? Piper Niven? Well, Chelsea did have an interaction with Tiffany Stratton. Chelsea Green talked about her briefcase. She said hers would have been green. Bo versus Chad is a possibility? Sure, yeah. Michin, what's Bailey doing? So Bailey is the one who is the champion. I'll be surprised if we got Nia or Liv Morgan. Definitely not Liv. Liv for sure not. Definitely not Liv. I think we're going to get one women's match. The Big 3. Oh, that's awesome, JB. That's going to be awesome to go to that. 1 women's match, 5 matches on the card. Yeah, automatic rematches are going to be a tough one to come by for Bayley. Because she's going to lose again and then it's over, right? She's going to lose again and it's done. No more Bayley in the title picture after that, right? Because she's not beating Nia Jax. So that's another loss right away. So you're better off doing the big 3 match and that's it. The more I think about it, the more I'm more sure that we're getting Bianca and Jade on the Bash of Berlin show in some way or fashion. And probably get another title defense for the Bloodline. So maybe Jacob's hurt now, so never mind. But if Jacob was healthy, it'd be Jacob and Tama Tonga against DIY again, or Montez Ford and Dawkins. But it's over. Where Chelsea faces Tiffany, I can see that. I think we're getting a Chelsea-Tiffany feud where Chelsea is the babyface. I think they're going to really try to hone in on that energy she got during the Money in the Bank match. I think we're going to get Chelsea Green as a face against Tiffany based on what we saw backstage. I don't know why else you do that. I think the Chelsea, Tiffany, and the Piper Nia is interesting. You have the chick, you have the bigger dominant force with Piper and Nia. You got the Barbie dolls, for lack of a better word, with Chelsea and Tiffany. I think that works well, that matchup. So yeah, we might see that. Question is, what happens with Bayley? Bayley's an interesting one now because she's not hurt, she's not injured. So what do you do with Bayley for right now? Immediate rematch is probably a mistake, but there's no real choice, really. Probably do Bayley Michin against Nia and Tiffany again. Then you do maybe Chelsea and Piper against Nia and Tiffany. Yeah, Bayley's gonna be interesting. Bayley will be interesting. Her booking will be interesting. I don't know what you do. Maybe Chelsea Green, or not Chelsea Green. Maybe Candice LeRae, because she been talking about wanting to have a match with Candice LeRae. So maybe you do Bayley against Candice LeRae for a minute, for like a spell, for like a month. Chelsea Green with Piper Niven against Nia and Tiffany, and you do Candice LeRae against Bayley. You always wanted to wrestle Candice LeRae, so just her chance. I'm sure she would prefer to her to be the champion at the time, but hey, well, now you do Candice against Bayley now, I guess. SmackDown will be very interesting. The women's division on SmackDown will be very, very interesting how they book it. What are they going to do? I think the tag team scene is pretty set with Bianca and Jade with the Unholy Union. But besides that, it's going to be weird. They're going to be kind of getting what they fit in with timing. Because right now, Roman Reigns, Cody, LA Knight, it's going to be rough for the women. Really, really rough. Oh, another thing. One more thing I wanted to say before I wrap it up here. I do think when Bianca and Jade win the tag titles, they're going to work it out so that Naomi can travel to Raw. Why? Well, I tweeted this not too long ago. Let me pull it up real quick. I tweeted the factions that Triple H had put together on the shows. There's like 5 women's factions of 3. And I think when Bianca and Jade go to Raw with the tag titles, they're going to work it out with Adam Pearce that Naomi can go with them so you can get more big 3 matches. Again, do I love it for Bianca? No. But it is what it is at this point. It's all big 3 craze right now. The fans online love it. They love the big 3 together. So I can't complain because the fans are loving it. So what can I can't complain because of my own personal preference. But ultimately, Triple H, I can't get mad at Triple H because the fans are eating up the big 3 shit. They're eating it up. So he's thinking, well, the fans love it. Hey, I'm Triple H, and the fans love the big 3 stuff. They love my booking, the big 3. So I'm going to keep doing the big 3 stuff. So I can't say nothing because the fans are, oh my God, the big 3, the big 3. So Twitter split. We got the big 3, Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. Got the Blair Witch Project, Alba, Isla, Blair. We got the Damage Control, Dakota, Kyrie, Io, and healthy Asuka when she's back. Got the Party Birds, Lyra, Katana, and and Caden. And then, of course, you got Zoe Stark's crew. I don't have a name for them yet. So when Bianca and Jay go to Raw, they may work it out so that Naomi can travel with them and you have big 3 match here and big 3 match here potentially, but definitely with this one. I think Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark, they will face the big 3 at some point. But that'll happen on Raw after they win the tag titles. Oh, and again, interesting because Blair is on SmackDown though. So maybe Blair could travel to Raw as well. Because Alba Fire and Aladon are on the Raw roster. So when they win the tag titles, it'll be over for the faction unless Blair can go to Raw. But I do think Naomi will work it out so they can travel together to Raw. I do think that will happen. Right. Yeah, these are all our names. Only name that's theirs is Damage Control. That was a creative decision with Bailey. That's a Bailey thing. But Big 3 is us. Blair Witch Project is us. Party Birds is us. So yeah, only Damage Control is the legitimate name in WWE. It's been too long. You want to see Bianca Belair face Damage Control? Well, I'm sure Io Sky fans will be thrilled. They won't. Io stands hate Bianca Belair. Well, I won't say that's a lie. That's not true. That's not true. Io stands hate when Bianca Belair faces Io because they think that Bianca wins all the matches. So they like jump up and down and pray when Bianca loses to Io. They act like it was the greatest day in the history of man. But yeah, they don't hate Bianca. They have appreciation for her. They think she's good, but they don't like when Bianca faces Io because Io takes those pins. But that's been wrong because Io Sky has pinned Bianca last 3 times. I feel like the last 2 times have been big matches in Saudi Arabia at SummerSlam. Io has pinned Bianca. Bianca hasn't pinned Io in a hot minute on TV. I'm not talking about house shows. Bianca has not pinned Io Sky since last year's Backlash. This last time Bianca pinned Io Sky, I think. Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong about that, but last year Backlash was the last time Bianca pinned Io Sky. Io Sky has pinned her ever since. Every match since Io Sky has pinned Bianca. So, AEW getting a 609K rating. That rating is probably due to the fact that the Olympics were on, and Dynamite not being that popular these days, but mostly because of the Olympics. That's why it's so low. Olympics. They get around 700, high 700s usually. So that low number is because of the Olympics. Your Joshi stands, they're interesting because some of them will say stuff like Bianca and Io are their favorite wrestlers in the ring. So some of them will say they like watching Bianca and Io Sky in the ring, and they respect her in ring. But a lot of them don't like the booking of Io versus Bianca, so they say stuff like, "Oh, Bianca isn't that good," or yada yada yada. But Joshi stands are interesting. They're not all the same. Joshi fans are all different. They're all different. Some will respect Bianca, some hate her. It just depends who you talk to. Yeah, they're responsible for a lot of Bianca slander. They are, especially during the Asuka stuff and the Io stuff. Yeah, it was really bad. Not so much right now. They don't say much about Bianca now. Now it's kind of respectful stuff. You'll see somebody saying, "Oh, Io Sky and Bianca getting screwed," because right now they think both of them are not getting time. So say, Bianca and Io are being screwed. They'll say stuff like that. But before, oh yeah, definitely Bianca is overpushed, and why does Bianca have to pin Kyrie and Io Sky all the time, and yada yada yada. Yeah, but so far it's not been that bad because they've been separated, and they're both not getting that much time. So there's almost like a, come on, Bianca stans, be with us. Your girl is so talented. They're not showcasing her like Io. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. There's fickle stuff, of course. Of course. Now, Lyra is the devil. Yes, Joshi stands is annoying. There can be very annoying. Like I've been getting into the Joshi scene, watching Margot, watching some Stardom. It can get annoying for sure. I'm getting used to it, but yeah, it's bad. It really is to piss me off how they used to talk about Western wrestling versus what happened in Japan. It's really bad. All right, folks. They hated Bianca because of that's Asuka match. I I actually think there's a difference between Asuka fans and Joshi fans. As crazy as that sounds, there's a very dedicated Asuka fans that are separate from Joshi fans. Like there's Asuka fans that hate Io, because when Io beat Asuka that one time, a lot of the Joshi fans that love Io were kind of saying, yeah, Io's better than Asuka. So it became this divided between Io Sky fans and Asuka fans. Like Asuka fans don't like Io Sky fans sometimes. Like it's interesting. Whenever their favorites facing somebody, then they hate them, right? So Io Sky fans were hating on Asuka fans at some point. Asuka fans were really hating on Io Sky fans because they felt like Io Sky was supplanting Asuka. So they're mad about that. So very interesting. It's all based on fandom. It's all weird. Yeah, it's real weird. Weird fandom. It's real bad. Very annoying. Yeah, they're really mad about. Yeah, Asuka beating. Yeah, Bianca. The main streak had to stay intact. I was saying it for months. I was telling them for months. All the Asuka fans, I said, "Yo, Bianca's beating Asuka. Get used to it. Bianca's not losing that Mania streak. It's a wrap. Accept it." They did not want to accept it. So when it happened, they all freaked out. Yeah, Asuka fans were really bad at one point. Not all of them, but some of them are really, really bad. All right, folks, that's it for the stream. Do me a favor, like the video. Just hit the like button real quick. Just hit like. Hit it right now. Hit it. Hit like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll probably stream again tomorrow or Tuesday, something like that. It depends. Probably Tuesday for sure. Tomorrow maybe. But yeah, enjoy the wrestling. There's nothing on tonight, right? No, nothing on tonight. If it was, it's probably not worth watching. We'll see what happens on Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw will be a big show. A massive show on Monday Night Raw. So that'll be fun. Enjoy the weekend. Have fun. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.